Yeah, she's moved up a block.
Like following it online.
Yeah, we're tracking it right now. So. Have you ever heard of steam loco called Sir Nigel Presley?
Called what, sorry?
Sir Nigel Presley.
I don't know that much. So my dad used to love steam trains. He lived in Scotland.
Wow.
I know when I like see people on this bridge, I'm
It's
like,
it's the same
special
builder,
like that's coming
funny
through.
enough. Same
Oh,
builder
is
who
it?
made Scotland.
I reckon all that part of one shot.
It doesn't look the same, but it's the same person who built it. And it's actually named after the person who designed it.
Oh, okay.
So, Sir Nigel Presley was the designer of Scotsman and this local Oxford as well.
Oh, Sir Nigel
Something
Presley.
you might have heard is Mallard.
Mallard, I've heard of
This is
Mallard.
the same class as Mallard.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Oh, fortunate to see you guys then. So, what's this at this time?
Yeah, really close now.
Started the YouTube.
Like say it's what?
We'll see.
She's just putting up some curves. Oh, let me have a look if she's... No, she's passed through. She's passed through the platform.
Oh Christ.
I'm going to move over there to get a better shot of it.
Okay.
So I'll say when it's... Oh, it's coming around the curve now, so...
Oh, like from the Melton bit? Stand somewhere more. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, my earphones. Connected and put both earphones in when I usually only put one in. Is this working? Can you hear me now? Really? Okay, I don't know if you can hear me, but it's time to walk. So. Callum, you are there. Hello, can you hear me? Reset the earphones. Thank you for your comments. Yes. Yay! Okay, we have sound. I usually only put one earphone in. But like... thought I went. I was going to hang on for the other ladies, but I ended up going in the pub for the tea. I have the tea. And and the loo, and then I got to hurting, so I was gone a little bit. Oh, this is going to be slippy. I need to edge down the pony bits so I don't slip over. Another famous tea, the stylish G-Regs, as one of my colleagues said. G-Regs, fancy way of saying that brand name. Okay, it is muddy and it is wet, it is drizzly. How's my day been so far? Thank you for the question, thank you for the comment. It is wet, it is drizzly. I'm not a fan of the rain. I know we need it for the plants, but I'm not a fan of being rained on. But I have a brolly if it gets too much for the screen, so we'll see how we go. I've got tea, that's good. When I started this stream earlier than I would have done because I saw people on the bridge. So I talked to them. One of them's connected to me. Let's go a different way today for a change. Don't have to go that way. Let's go this way around instead. Yeah, so usually that means there's like train spotters on the bridge. So I was like, is there a train coming that's special then? Because you're there waiting with your cameras. And they were like, yeah, it's only like 5 minutes away now. I was like, oh, I might as well watch them. So a steam train went through the station near where I live. So the stream started early with the train. There's the Swan family. Mum, Dad and the two, I guess teenagers now, because they nearly got white feathers going on. Swans. Yeah, and those guys I know can like stand there for ages just trying to capture a glimpse of some of those trains. And I like walked up and asked him, and it was like 5 minutes away. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Fortuitous. You might get slurping noises because I'm drinking my tea while I walk. I apologise. And in advance for all the future slurps. Especially with double earphones now. Because of the sound issues earlier. Might mean double slurp noises. Ah well. I love the way slurping noises. Laughter in the comments. Yeah, I love the way the council keeps like painting snakes on there, like they're going to fix that and then just not. Like, leave the spray paint to wear off and then spray paint it again. Kind of like when you make a to-do list at home that you just like don't want to do stuff on. Take out the more urgent ones and then never quite get to this snaky stuff. Never quite fixing these cracks. Bless the council. Yeah, quite. I shouldn't moan about them. I'm sure they do good work where they can. But I do keep, these are like worn out and not got repaired, and then they've spray painted it again, and I'm like, can't help but laugh when I look at it. Oh dear. I should ask you, how was your day? What did you get up to today? Tell them in the comments. Raining where you are. Yep. Raining here too. It's not so bad. Oh, this is quite a deep puzzle. Puddle. How do I get through here? There we go. You're alright, nothing much standard. Standard day. Well, that's good. Means there's no unnecessary drama in your average day to have to deal with. So average is good, could be worse. Hopefully the only way is up from average. Puddles. Callum, happy not being in work. Yeah. Yeah, same. I've not had a shift today, so I've got my day walking even though it's raining. And I may have just been asked if I want more work, which is nice. Nice to have the options. Oh, puddle. Big puddle. Big puddle. Right. Man, it's all soggy. Let's get around here. So quiet there in the comments. Yeah. Well, yeah. This is partly why I like sharing it. To give people peace if they're stuck in their busy lives. It's supposed to be grounding to get out in nature. You all get like too bombarded with stuff these days, especially if you're doom scrolling permanently with the telly blaring in the background or something. Peaceful. Yeah, exactly. So initially I was like, I didn't want to talk too much because I don't want to ruin that on these streams, but it's nice to have a chat as well. So thank you for being here and commenting. Chops away with me this way. I'll walk around. Because if I wasn't live streaming it and chatting this way, I'd be listening to a bunch of music, I suppose. In a way I get more peace. Having a bit of a chat. Always a pleasure. Ah, thanks. Likewise. Slurp and sniff. I can't avoid it. It's just being out in the cold and having to drink tea to keep warm. Can't avoid these unfortunate noises of slurping and sniffing. Alas. jogging in the comments. Yeah, I've tried. So here's where I sound very old. I've got a touch of arthritis in one knee. I've worn like a knee support and I've tried jogging and running. It's just not me. But it would be quicker. Because I end up walking for hours just to cover the same ground someone could cover very quickly if they're running. But I found I got one of those charts for like couch to 5k, and I was like, this is going to be the incremental thing where you can start small and build it up, tack a little bit, and then get better at it over time. And I just tried running just to see how long I ran for. I ran for about 30 seconds. And then I went home and looked at the couch to 5k chart thing, and it said, I think it took me half an hour to get my breath back after that. And the couch to 5k thing, like the first box on it is like, run for a minute, rest for a minute, run for a minute, rest for a minute, and do that for 20 minutes. I was like, I'd be dead. I'd actually die. I'm not fit enough for that. And I'm doing quite a lot of walking, so I should be fit enough to start it, but so I guess it put me off. So if I'm trying to get into it, if I might get into it somehow, I'm going to have to work out my own step plan to try and do it. Bye. Which will be run for 30 seconds, do some slow exhausted walking for half an hour, then maybe try another 30 seconds. I have to do my own chart of couch to 5k. Plus it'll make the camera more rocky for these. Go like that. It's just going to probably make everyone seasick on the stream, right? Be right back. Okay. TTFN. I'm here. I'm walking. I'm walking for a while, so despite the drizzle. Oh, maybe. Just want to put my gloves on. Let's go again. Ooh. Wow, that's high. Water is high. Sucky.
Good. Good. Ayo!
Oh, we've got a comment. Sorry about that. No worries. Sorry if I don't always look at the screen and notice the comments straight away. Sometimes I just kind of close the phone up and hold it. Look where I'm going, as much as I am check out the screen. Keep tabs on the comments. I do wind up looking, I'm trying not to film people. That's why I'm filming to the side right now. Because these people coming towards me don't want to be on the live stream. I don't know if you can hear me babbling, because I've got my hood up, I've got my scarf around my head, because keeping the rain off and the warmth in as best I can. What's that? Squirrel! On the camera? I can see it. I don't know if it's on the camera. Oh, yes, there we go. Squirrel. How far from home am I? I don't know, a lake and a half. It's usually 3 lakes I walk around. This is like, I think this is the second lake. I'm a lake and a half from home. And I guess it's a little walk to the lakes. Not a long walk to the lakes. It used to feel like a big walk because I used to work down at the entrance to the lakes. And actually that used to take me half an hour. Whereas I'll probably do it a lot quicker these days. So yeah, I'm on the second lake from home. Coming up to a village that's probably 2 miles from home. Village? I don't know. Comment, just got the impression I was miles and miles away. Yeah, kind of a couple of miles, I guess. I don't know. I suppose my Fitbit would tell me how far I've gone so far. Just means wobbling the camera and twiddling with my watch. Or if I wonder if I can do it on the app without messing up the live stream. I'll do it on my watch. This is where I need a third hand to twiddle with my watch. Wake up Fitbit. How far have we gone, Fitbit? 4 point something miles. Oh god, it's gone to sleep. 10,750. 5, 6, 7, 8 steps. Which is apparently. Come on, scroll, you silly watch. 4.87 miles. I've gone 4.87 miles this far. And I'm a lake and a half in to my like three lake circuit. So, oh no I'm not. I must be nearing the third lake. I'm talking nonsense. So the first lake is the John Merrick one. The second lake is King Lear's. The final lake is the Mammoth one. I don't know which one this is. This is not really a lake in between. This is random water in between. But yeah, just shy of 5 miles in. Apparently. Down the line. Am I going dogging? No. No, I'm not. I've seen lots of other people walking their dogs though. Thanks for your question. Thanks for joining the stream. Callum, do you know where you're at? Kind of. I think is it a canal or is it a lake? I don't know what that lake is. No, I don't know where I am. And yet I do. I'm coming up to a town called Birstall. So I'm nearly there. Yeah, you're right to laugh in the comments, Callum. That was an interesting question from down the line. I think that's from a comment on the stream the other day where someone was flashing headlights through me. But then they were just going over a speed bump. It was all fine. So this could be awkward. I'm not into that. It's not my bag. Oh, that's such fun. Anyway. Saying you get some Strange people in the countryside. That's the comment. You'll fit like thumbs up in the comments. So, as in fitness, as in healthy, because I'm walking, because I've walked 5 miles. Or a compliment on my appearance. I'll take either or both. Happy either way, if I'm honest. But probably because of the walking, I'm going to say it's the 5 miles. Callum, you think I've pulled? Thanks. Down the line, woof woof. Okay. Interesting comments. Thanks. Thanks, peeps. Hey, there's two people walking 2 dogs up ahead, so the woof woof is probably that, right? Let's not get carried away. Let's not assume it's all compliments to me. Happy to get compliments though. Still drizzling. Apparently I've been live for 1:23. 1, 2, 3. Anyone who's into numerology, tell me what that means. 1, 2, 3. And it's still drizzling. After 1 hour and 23 minutes. It's still raining. Like, how much rain do we need? Okay, here you go. That's where I've come from, and that's where I'm going. And that's a canal next to me, and a field, which is why I don't know which lake I'm near. I think I'm in between lakes right now. I'm just walking by a canal, which is on the way to the next lake. So there's your 360, as requested. Callum, think meant you, not the surroundings. What with the woof woof? I'm going to take it as a compliment anyway. There's not enough compliments in this world, so take any compliments I perceive, maybe, even if tenuous. Down the line says, where am I from? Leicestershire. This is Leicestershire you're looking at. The whole like, do I know where I am? Conversation from earlier. These houses you see are Birstall in Leicestershire. We've got another 360 in the comments. Here we go. 360s. Thing is, now I'm walking by houses. If I might have to 180 rather than 360. Because otherwise there'll be a shot of someone's lounge through their front room window or something. Although they do look like they've got blinds up, so might be alright. Down the line says they're in Sunderland. Hello, Sunderland. From the East Midlands. So you are further north than me, I believe. My very rudimentary understanding of geography. Didn't do geography for long in school. Before we had options and I didn't have to choose it as an option. Didn't think it was my strongest thing. Callum says they were terrible at geography. Yeah, same. I think it came down to that or Latin when I got to options at one point, and I was that at geography that I picked Latin. So, you know, shows how good I was at geography, really. Callum, well, to be honest, you didn't really go to school. Ah, that's a shame. Well, you know, some people do very well for themselves anyway, regardless of it. If they have a natural talent for something else in particular, they can do well without it. I never really felt I had a natural talent at anything in particular, so I tried to do well at school. Build a career on that, which kind of worked for a bit. But hey, we are where we are. Tide looks high today on this canal. Puddles are deep. Okay, if I can keep walking despite the tide and the puddles and the rain and the drizzle, then it's going to be easier to go further on the sunny days. It's soggy today. Stand aside for this guy on the bike to go by. Cheers. Callum, if you didn't go to school, what did you do instead? Are you one of these people who was sat in the park with your mates being cool? During that time. Callum, you've got a bad head from drinking too much last night. Oh dear. Oh dear. Paracetamol, ibuprofen, Alka-Seltzer. The demon drink. Oh dear, oh dear. And Callum, you were in the park, yeah. Yeah. My parents used to point at the gangs of school kids, the teenagers sat in the park drinking their 2-litre bottles of cider and be like, don't do that. And they wouldn't really let me out to play, to try and protect me from that sort of thing, I suppose. They'd be like, you can have people to the house and they can play in the garden with you. Callum, yeah, cider, yeah. Yeah. Happens with a lot of people, I think. One of those things. Callum, in the comments, can't remember what you said before, were you the only one? What, as in, was I an only child?
The Lynn factory.
Yes, I was an only child. No siblings, just little old me. And then people say you're spoilt, but you're kind of not, because you kind of don't know that. It's more, I think, if you've got two, people save up twice as long to buy two things so that each sibling both gets it, rather than one getting stuff and the other having to go without. But you kind of don't have that if it's just you. So that's why people look across thinking the grass is greener and you're spoilt, because they don't have to wait as long for stuff. But speaking from the only child perspective, there's still stuff you ask for that you can't have. You can't have everything. You don't necessarily need everything, so you don't necessarily feel spoilt. I can appreciate why the grass may seem greener for other people looking over. Nice boat. In the comments. You wonder how much? No idea. No idea how much boats cost. Not a Scooby. Not a Scooby-Doo. But here's a dog. Someone else's dog. Hi. Cheers. There you go. Oh man, how high is the water in there? I'm gonna get across okay. Today, it looks a lot higher. Yeah, the path's okay. The path's okay. Alan in the comments, your area looks much better than mine. Oh, well, it's the Midlands. We've got leaves. That's what we've got going for us. The leafy Leicestershire, leafy East Midlands, which is nice. Callum, remind me, were you in London or suburbs of? Am I remembering that wrong? You'll have other fun stuff around there, I'm sure. If not parks and leaves and lakes. You're in East Croydon. Yeah, so I used to have friends down in London and pop down to London. When we'd go walking, we'd walk around the city and all the buildings. So here we have parks and trees. Walk around looking at parks and trees, birds and lakes. You've got other stuff. You just see graffiti. Ah. Well, there's a tunnel somewhere dedicated to graffiti art, isn't there? That we used to walk through. My friends haven't lived down there for a while, so I don't know if it's still a thing. But like when they set up the train to, I just talk like nonsense now. When they set up the train initially to France, they had one tunnel and then they closed that down and linked it from King's Cross and Pancras instead. And the tunnel they closed down, they left as like a walkway for people and encouraged graffiti artists to put it all there rather than randomly graffitiing other places. So we used to walk through there and look at all the graffiti art. Some of it's good. Some of it's just mess, but some of it's good, right? Some of it can be pretty. I wonder where that tunnel is. Can't quite remember. Comment, yes, to be fair, some of it looks great. Yeah. There's definite gaming speak going on in your comments, Callum. The TBF, to be fair, isn't it? And I see there's PlayStation in the logo as well. You a gamer? I've not done any gaming in a while. Yes, lol. There we go. Yeah, so my last was Nintendo Switch and Animal Crossing. But I tend to get too into it. So then I end up, I'm a bit all or nothing. So then I wind up putting it down for a while. BB does stuff on YouTube. You're back. Hi, BB does stuff on YouTube. Thank you for your comments. Joining us on my little walk. Bingus, remember me. Yes, hi Bingus. We remember you too. Oh, the top fans have come into play today. Thanks for joining me on my little wander through the drizzly parts of Leicestershire. Very, very drizzly. BB Does Stuff asks, how long ago did this start? Apparently, according to YouTube, 1 hour, 38 minutes and 20 seconds, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I could do that for a while and it'd get annoying. Look how high this canal is. So yeah, about an hour and a half ago. BB Does Stuff says sorry and I don't know why. Why are you sorry, BB? What are you sorry for? Not done nothing. That's a double negative. BB for being late. You're not late. I didn't schedule. It's not a meeting. There is no chastising. It's fine. Come when you can or watch it later. I'll I say it defaults to private after I've done it and it takes a while to process. But I'll set it to share when I twiddle with the settings later. And whenever it's finished processing it, which is like half a freaking day, then you can watch it whenever. So you're not late, so don't worry. Bingus gives me emojis of a fish and a waving hand. Thank you for the fish and the waving hand. Not sure what to do with that, but thank you for them anyway. Callum's giving me a lol. Now here we go. This is classic gamer speak, right? Lol. Did you really laugh a little bit to yourself? Did you chuckle a little bit to yourself, or did you actually laugh out loud with a loud voice at home? It's the ruffle one. It's when people do the ruffle comment. I'm like, did you really though? Did you really laugh that much that you fell off your chair and found yourself rolling around on the floor with a full-blown actual ruffle? Ah, Bingus, it's so damp. Yes, it is. Callum, slap the fish. Okay. Oh, from Bingus's emojis. Is that what that means? Is this some colloquialism I don't understand? Slap the fish. Is there another meaning to that phrase? Oh no, I'm lost. I'm lost in potential youth speak. I feel old. Ah well. Callum, yes, lol. Oh, I don't know what you're yesing now. I've asked too many questions. I'm gonna Google later if the phrase that's in the comment of slap the fish is a thing with another meaning, which will probably incriminate me from my search history at some point in the future, I'm sure. But such is life these days. Callum, you meant his comment. Oh, what, that you're lolling at? Okay. Thank you for the clarification. It's a bit chilly. And these fingerless gloves, so I can still touch the phone as needed, but keep my hand as warm as possible. Oh, dear, dear. Dear me. Sorry for the sniffles. It's chilly, so my nose is running. So signal's better with. Fingers, it was a bit laggy. Yeah, so that's the furthest point of the walk, and the signal goes a little bit on that corner. Should be better as I get down this path and round the next corner. So yeah, sorry about that. Phone signal's not always perfect, but we're back. It's also raining a bit more heavily. Might have to get the brolly out. Fingers, you thought I ended the stream on accident. No, it just DC'd about 3 times and I had to reconnect. So that's nature. These lakes are quite good because there's like houses all around this chunk of nature. But that's why the other park I go to, I've just wound up just doing a video and uploading it later because there's just not enough signal to go live because it's too far and away in the woods and away from everywhere for any phone signal. So it's just too unstable. Just end up clicking reconnect, and I'm like, nah, not enough signal for that park to do this sort of thing. This park though, not so bad. Surrounded by about 3 towns and villages, so I get a half decent phone signal for most of it. But we have lost a few people who were with us on the numbers. But hey, maybe they'll come back, or maybe they'll watch it later. Or maybe they were just with us for that bit, which was fun while they were with us. Fingers, do I have a pet? Yes, I have 2 cats. Queenie and Lulu, they are called, or Luna, I should say. Luna is her official name. Fingers, tell us more about your bird. What pet bird is it? What sort of bird is it? There's some birds, there's some robins in the tree. Don't know if you can see that. We've got 3 robins in the tree. Nice. So if you believe in supernatural stuff and symbolism, robins are a signal your relatives are around from beyond the veil. So I might have 3 of my relatives saying hi. 3 of the little robins coming and saying hello. That way. Today, Bingus, it's always says hello at night. It's weird. What, your pet bird? It speaks. Is it a parrot, Bingus? Is that what you've got? Is it a parrot? Bingus, yeah. A parrot. And what colour is it then? I think most of them like kind of green and yellow parrots. Bingus, red and green. Oh, just in time for Christmas. Ah. Red and green. Have you taught it new words, or does it just talk with the words that it knew whenever you got it? It's like maybe you could teach it to say certain things you want it to say, just by repetition at them. I don't know what though. Could be like, "Hi Bingus, how are you?" To the parrot a lot, and maybe eventually the parrot would say it to you, and then you could like answer it. It might be a nice little thing you could do together. When I was a kid, there was a TV show. And that show I used to watch was quite, well, wacky, as all kids do these, but the presenter on it had a parrot on the show. Or was it a parrot? It might have been a macaw. Oh, I can't remember now. A bird, anyway. A grey and yellow bird. Pet bird. On the TV show I used to watch as a kid. Bingus, it says food because I teach it to say when it's hungry. Oh, well that's practical and cute. That's nice. Oh yeah, I've just noticed my live now says 38 minutes instead of, it was an hour and 38 before. So it proper DC'd. It's done like a separate live stream for this. You've got a new start, a new audience in a way. How bizarre. YouTube's funny. Hey ho. I don't know how long I've been walking then. I was looking at that and going, oh, that's how long I've been walking. I don't know now. I think it was an hour and a half before, roughly. So then, if this one's half an hour, then we're on for like 2 hours worth. I hope it doesn't, so I've been trying to do like one long stream because of all the processing YouTube does. Because if you try and stop your stream as separate streams, it can get confused. So I hope it doesn't lose my stream from earlier, because I caught the steam train guys and the steam train going through the station near me, which was kind of cute. Oh, rabbit! Did you see the rabbit? Can you see the bunny that just crossed my path? That's cute. That is, as much as I moan about the rain, that's the nice thing about the rain, it's quieter. There's less people come out when it rains, which means you see a bit more nature. Don't know where the bunny went. It's somewhere on here. It's gone into hiding now. Bunny! Oh, that rain's getting heavier. Might have to get my brolly out. this is the Mammoth Lake. Because up there, you might not be able to see it, there's a statue of a mammoth. A woolly mammoth. Top of the hill. Rain relaxing. Rain can be relaxing, it's true. It's true, it's true. But that's the Mammoth, which makes this a Mammoth Lake. I went a bit quick for that to be a 360, I suppose. Let's do a bit more of a 360. Spinny, spinny, spinny. Spinny, spinny, Mammoth. Spinny, spinny, spinny lake. Oh wow, my scarves are really soggy though from rain. So there's ladies here, which I might use in a bit, but I'm going to go check out the birds first. Oh, seagulls. Bit of a murmuration of seagulls. Dingus, at night as well, it's peaceful. What? Yeah, the sound of the rain can be very peaceful. That is really nice, actually. Like, I don't necessarily like being out in the rain so much, so it's a nice sunny day, but if you're in, fire on, under a blanket, and there's like a big thunderstorm you're watching outside, that can be proper cozy, just that contrast of hearing that thunder and the hammering of the rain. And you're in the warm and under a blanket with a nice vat of tea, enormous mug. Phoebe does stuff. Am I going to be back at Civilization soon? No. No. While it's still daylight, I'm going to make the most of nature and stay in the park. Because I will have to walk in Civilization. Look at the swans. When it's dark. And I have to, because it's dark. And that's where the lights are. But Bingus, you have to get your mum something from the shop. Oh, that's nice. What are you getting her? That's fine. I need to go to the ladies' in a minute anyway, which is right by here. I just want to see the birds first. Oh, they're running to that person because they've got food. They've got a bag. Look at them all go. They know this person's going to feed them. They're following the bag, the guy with the bag. I'm guessing he's fed them before. Right. It's going to be chaos for a bit while this person feeds them. Tell me in 10 minutes. Comment, Bingus. I'll tell you in 10 minutes got to go. That's fine. I've got to go to the ladies myself and powder my nose. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to walk over there and do that. And I will pause the stream while I do, and I'll be back after. So we're all good, peeps. Worry yourselves not. Look at the seagulls. Lots and lots of seagulls. Yeah, go then, Bingus. I don't want your mum to have to wait. Go get her whatever she needs. I'll be here. Okay. better. Why did I bring that to the... Oh, maybe they were using it on the lake. Oh, it's like a little thing to climb through. Okay. Right. How do I pause this? I'm going to pause this for a bit. So I'll be back soon. Just going to go and powder my nose. TTFN. Right, I'm back, but my battery is nearly dead, so I need to stop again. I think I have my power pack thingy, so I can keep this going. Where is my power pack? Magic. Not in the pocket in my bag. I thought it was. Oh no. Is it in the other pocket? Ta-da! Okay, we won't go dark today after all. Groovy. Just 6%. Okay, now if I hold that, can we still see where we're going? Yeah! Okay. Good. How can I? Right, yeah, I've got to hold the power pack so it doesn't block the lens. Well, okay. We'll see how we go. We might get ended anyway. It was 6%. And I've plugged it into the power pack and it says 3%. So we might get cut off anyway. Which would be a shame, but such is life. If so, I have to call it a day for today and stream another day. Yeah. All the birds. Lots and lots of birds. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me okay again. Let's see, it adjusts stuff. Because I had to mix with ladies and plug in my power and all that jazz. Birds. Lots and lots of birds. Hello, my pretties. I've not seen the black swan in too long. Honk, honk, honk. There's 5 pretty swans. Right, that's more up there. That's more there. Oh wait, that's a white goose. That's not a swan, that's a white goose. That's got to be rare. Let's make a highlight of that. I think, for contrast, there's a swan with black feet. I think we've got a white goose there. Which might be a bit rare. In amongst all these other geese. With all their pretty colours. Just one goose that's white. All white. A rarity. Cute. Always a highlight. Now this is the bit where I might scare off all the birds if I do it. If you walk to the end of that railing, you can kind of have a Titanic moment. Be a bit, I'm on top of the world. Standing on that little lookout bit there. But I've done it before, let's not do it today. Let's walk on. And I come through that. Don't want to scare you, gonna walk gently. Gently, gently, gently. Which way are you going? I'm gonna go this way? I'm gonna go this way. Little birds. No little ones. Thank you. Passing through. See you another day, my pretties. Right. What time is it? Oh my. Yeah, it could start to get dark soon. Maybe half an hour till dark. can't help but wonder what Bingus has gone to get from the shop. Ah, the fun of the comments section. Oh wow, hello. That's a big comment. Midland Mayline guy. Hello, I'm one of the people earlier on the bridge. Footage of Greasley passing has been uploaded if you want to have a look later on. Thank you very much. I hope you can hear me okay. Had to adjust my headset, so I don't know if you can hear me okay. Hopefully you can, and the mic is on. But thank you very much. The Steam Loco. I don't know if I can like these comments. I can pin it. I can pin it. Oh, are these headphones on? That's cool. I hope you can hear me. Thank you for getting in touch, and thank you for letting me know your footage is up. When my walk and my stream is done, I'll check it out. Let's turn my bing bing. Turn my headphones off and back on, so hopefully they are working. Nice to meet you today. Thank you, nice to meet you too. Thank you for telling me about the train. The Greasley. So yeah, I think this has become my second live stream today because for whatever reason it DC'd halfway around my walk and I'm still on my walk. So yeah, I hope you can hear me okay. But yeah, it was nice to hear about the train. It's always nice to be reminded of my dad because he was the one into all the trains. And he passed away a few years ago. But very fond memories of going and seeing steam trains when I was a little kid. So I'll be watching the footage back. I was trying to actually look at the train, so I don't know how much of it I managed to capture. Sir Nigel Greasley is the full name of, in the comments, Sir Nigel Greasley is the full name of the train from the earlier live stream. Cool. So this person was kindly telling me earlier that train is built by the same person who built the Flying Scotsman, or the same designer, which was my dad's favourite train. My dad was an engineer. That's why he liked trains. I don't know if these headphones are on. Disconnect and reconnect to be sure. Connected. Okay, so hopefully these headphones are on properly now. Don't know if they were working earlier. Midland Mainline guy. Photos are on Instagram too. I think it's connected to your YouTube. If not, you'll put the link in the description of the video. Thank you very much. So yeah, I was saying, I don't know if the headphones were working. That it's on my earlier live stream. I think this DC'd at one point in the walk. I don't get the best signal. So it seems to have started another live stream. But they set to private automatically, and they take a while to process. But I will twiddle with the settings and set it live, and it will be available after it's done all its processing stuff, which I try and do with my little walks, my little country walks. So you can see what footage I got. I know I was like watching the train rather than watching the screen, so hopefully I caught some of the train, at least some of the train on my footage, on my earlier live stream. The Sir Nigel Greasley. BB Does Stuff says hi. Hi BB. Welcome back. Oh. So yeah, if you're into trains, anyone watching this, check out the Midland Mainline guy from the comments. If you can click through at the_Midland_Mainline_guy. If you want to see more stuff about trains, more footage of trains, I'll be checking it out later. Yeah, it's always nice when I see people on the bridge. I know there's going to be a bit of a special train passing through, which is a nice little memory of my dad and my youth, and him getting excited about steam trains. Comment, Midland Mainline guy. The link and the Instagram. Oh, what? Say this. The link to the Instagram post has been linked in the description of the video. Okay, thank you. I should try and get through. I'm more a Facebooker than an Instagrammer, but I think I get Instagram by proxy via my Facebook. So I think sometimes Instagram lets me in. Other times Instagram just goes, nah, you don't really exist here. And I don't really. But because they own each other, I think. Facebook lets me into Instagram on my Facebook. So it's like a back door. So I sneak in the back door of Instagram sometimes. What's this comment? A link to the Instagram. Oh no, I read that one. The next one. It should be there too. What? It should be on Facebook too. I'll check it out on YouTube. I'll find it. But yeah, hopefully my live stream, it'll default to private, so I'll unprivate mine later when I've finished all my walking and streaming. So hopefully I've caught some if you want to check out my footage too. I know at one point as it was going through, I was just looking at it rather than looking at my screen. So I was intrigued by the number. I think it was like 007 or something. I was like, oh, it's a bit James Bond, isn't it? That number. So yeah. But yeah, just like seeing the billowing steam. It reminds me of my youth and my dad enjoying the trains. But thank you for coming on the live stream and saying hi. I'm still in the park, trying to make my way out before dark. It's not raining so much now though, so that's good. But yeah, a bit of a rarity streaming the train. I more stream my little nature walks, which is what this is. And sometimes have the pleasure of people saying stuff in the comments to chat about with while I walk around.
No. No.
No. Thanks. How do I? Right, there we go. Oh, scratch. Oh, Callum in the comments, still going strong. Still walking, yeah. So I think it started a second live stream. Yeah, still walking. We are now 4:15. I don't know what time it gets dark, it's usually 4 something. So at the next opportunity to leave the park, I might have to go hit the streets instead. But for now, still going strong in the park. Still walking in the park. I think when the signal went dicey, it started another live stream. One of those things. I was saying, I hope it's not lost my earlier one in doing that, because I caught the train at the start of my walk on the bridge. Callum, who's Midland? So yeah, I don't know if, because the earphones were playing up, when my, and it's not this stream now, it's the earlier stream today. So when I started that live stream, I started it at an earlier point in the walk. Usually I'll wait until I'm in the park, so it's like nature. I walked to the park through some streets, and as I was going over the bridge where the railway line is, and I saw some guys with cameras, and I was like, oh, does that mean there's a special train passing through? And they were like, yeah, and told me all about it. So my earlier live stream starts and it was only 5 minutes away as well. So I've hopefully got, assuming it's not lost the footage because it's gone to a second live stream. I hope it's not lost the footage anyway, because it did that once before. I'd nipped to the loo and just did it as a separate live stream, and it lost the earlier one. So I'm hoping it's not lost the steam train footage, because I started the live stream earlier to get the train in, because I was like, oh, that'd be cute. Callum, train spotters. Yeah, so when I see them on the bridge, I wouldn't know, but when I see them on the bridge, I'm like, oh, there must be a special train coming through. So I went and talked to the guys. And they were like, yeah, it's only 5 minutes away. And my dad loves steam trains. So when it was a steam train, I was like, right, I'm definitely staying and watching. My dad loved the Flying Scotsman, and the one that passed through today, the guys on the bridge were telling me, was built by the same guy, or designed by the same guy. So that's why I've pinned the comment, because it says what the train was. It's nice, it's connected. Came and said hi on this, and said where his footage is of the train as well, if you want to see more. So yeah, interesting. See the train spotters. I was like, oh, cute. So they said mallard as well might be a name I know, and I'm like, yeah, I heard of that one. So the Flying Scotsman, the mallard, and the one that I caught on my live stream earlier were all designed by the same chap, apparently. Interesting, right? So that's who that is in the chat, and that's why that comment's pinned. Oh wow, my power bank is down to 25%. How's my phone doing now? My phone is on 44% now. Back up from 3. So we'll see how long that lasts us. And how dark it gets in these spooky old woods. One, two, one. So if the earlier live stream got to the sort of an hour and a half, just before the sort of dead spot for signal on the walk, and this is 122 now, and we're getting on for about 3 hours of walking. Minus me stopping and using the ladies twice and getting a cup of tea. Hopefully I've covered some good ground in that time. Callum, you must sleep well after the walks. Largely, yes, but it's also offset by being the age I am, which means I'm on my second set of hormones, which like to occasionally wake me for no reason at 3 a.m. which is fun. But yeah, the walking, the exercise definitely helps take that down a notch, which helps me sleep because you get physically tired. So your body's ready when you climb into bed to just conk out and proper sleep, which is good, which is necessary sometimes. Proper deep sleep. So weirdly, even when the hormones interrupt the hour's worth of sleep, because I seem to function best if I get about 8 hours, and the Fitbit's good at recording it. Even if like the hormones have woken me up and I've only got 4 hours, I'm still getting a good sleep score on the stats. So if I get a good 8 hours in, it gives me like an 80% deep sleep, whatever rating thing that it does. But if I only get 4 hours in, because the hormones wake me up for a laugh, because they're fun like that around this age, then it's still registering like 70 odd %, which before interrupted sleep, just with the stats would go down 50-60. So definitely the more exercise, the better quality of sleep, even if it's not the duration. So it's still quite healthy, statistically anyway, which is probably why I feel less tired even if I've had less hours than I used to, maybe. Callum, hormones, you don't have that trouble? No. Yeah. I said it's like this phase in my life is almost like being a teenager again on top of that, and I dealt with that like 30 years ago. Like, it's kind of taking the mick, but there we go. Your body does what it needs to do. So, that's fun. I'm talking too much, you can't hear all the birds. Just having a proper chat because it's that time of night. Look at them all. Callum, do you call that a flock? Yeah. There's lots of collective nouns for lots of things though. My favourite is a murder of crows. Sounds very sinister. As collective nouns go. A murder of crows. I'd say you can't really imagine crows murdering. But then there is the Alfred Hitchcock film. So. Callum, speaking of crows, saw a huge one the other day. Yeah, they're getting nearer and nearer to me. And I don't, even know if they're all crows, but I'm seeing lots of corvids, I understand is the collective for that species. It's like crows, ravens, jackdaws. What's the other one? Crows, ravens, jackdaws. So yeah, especially when I go to the other park, by the cafe, after the cafe closes, loads of them. And I put up a little video of that, and they just surround me. And they don't mind me, but they don't seem to come around when other people are there. Other people all walk off. And then there's big flock of what I've been told now are jackdaws. Come round and pick up all the crumbs after the cafe closes at the other park. And I just sit there watching them because they're just huge birds. Huge, sturdy birds. Interestingly, walking around me and pecking around me. Quite beautiful with their dark feathers. Callum, you like the eagle the most? Yeah. Big birds. There's about 3 birds that must live in this park that are like big like eagles, but I think they're skylarks when I looked up online, because you see them flying around sometimes. They're big. You see them like really high up. I've tried to capture them on video, and I can't because it's so hard to like see them on the camera and zoom in to try and track them, and they fly so high and so far. But yeah, I think they might be skylarks. They're probably the biggest around here. They have an eagle-esque size. I don't know if we get eagles in this country outside of zoos. Bird of prey, flying high. It's a Fatboy Slim track that came up in my thing the other day. I saw a news story online, and it was years of people thinking it was extinct, and that's in the UK as well. And I was like, interesting headline. Just pop back up out of seemingly oblivion. Just bing. Callum, where's Madman down the line? Don't know. I think somewhere around that corner of Mammoth Lake where the signal dropped out. I lost a bunch of people, and it seemed to start this again from the timer. I stayed on and just kept reconnecting, but it seemed to start over. I think it was Bingus as well was saying he had to go to the shop for his, or she, or they had to go to the shop for their mum, and they'd be gone about 10 minutes, and that was probably half an hour or more ago. And I'm still intrigued as to what they've got from the shop. They were like, when I get back, I'll tell you. I'm like, what did you go to the shop for? We'll find out eventually, I suppose. Maybe they got stuck at the shop. Maybe later they'll just put it in the comments after this has gone, like, after I've stopped streaming. Oh, do I carry on further through the park, or do I go back out into civilization, because it is getting a bit dark? How dark is it? What do we reckon? Callum, you're still online. What do you think? I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna risk it for a biscuit. I could go out and be in the other village from that bridge. I'm going to walk on down here. Callum, around 5 dark. I don't know, it was saying 10 past or 4:15 when I googled it the other day. I don't know if it's getting earlier or later. It's definitely quite dim now, but it's not dark yet. And there is another little cut through down here and over the weir that will take me back to civilization if it gets too dark by the time I get to that. So carry on braving the park. This puddle's deep. Am I going to get wet feet? Maybe. Maybe. Look at all the birds. Oh, they're ducks flying over. So yeah, still wondering what Bingus has got from the shop. They're going to the shop for their mum, apparently. Maybe their mum just was like seeing them spending too much time online and just went, go to the shop, get some fresh air. Stop watching the outside world on YouTube, go out in the outside world. Even if you're only going to the shop and back. Maybe that was more what their mum was doing. Callum says bread and milk. Yeah, probably. That's what most people go to the shop for. Forever ago, my first job was sat together in a shop, and so many people would come in just for bread and milk. The first people when the doors were open were always bread and milkers.
Hi.
Hi. So yeah, then I went to uni, and one of the modules was the psychology of retail. I found it quite fascinating. People would arrange the shop to put the bread and milk in deliberately awkward places to make you walk further and look at other things in the shop. Because they knew most people went in for bread and milk. That's why the milk's always at the back of the shop. Which is annoying, but deliberate. Makes you walk past all the other things and hopefully buy something else while you're there. For your bread and milk. But I can safely say, from my days working in retail, most people who go for bread and milk, who are that dedicated first thing in the morning when the shop opens, that they are there on the doorstep when the shop opens, they literally just want bread and milk. And that is all they buy. Callum, your first job was in a garden centre. That's not boring. Garden centres are fun. Garden centres used to be like playground for my hyperactive mum. That was like soft play for my mum. I'd take her to the garden centre, let her run around. She'd get very excited by the clothes, like cotton traders, the concessions. Run around, look at all the plants. She was very excited by garden centres, and then they would generally have a cafe, so I could go and sit in there and get a cup of tea while she was running around burning off her excess energy, because she's always been quite hyperactive. Epic FN clips. Something them, and do I remember you? Yeah, you've been on before on our chats, so thanks for coming back. Welcome back. Oh, puddle. Oh no. That's one thing in the dark. I'm not going to see the puddles. Callum, hi, Epic. Callum says hi to you, Epic. Epic FN clips. Tell us what the FN stands for in your name. Have I asked you that before? Hopefully not. I asked you that before, I forgot. Oh, my memory's amazing like that. So it's a possibility. Let's do a 360. It's getting dark. It's getting kind of dark. Epic FN clips, was it you who told me to jump in the lake? Am I remembering that right? Callum, my memory is uniquely... Yeah. I blame my age, but you know, all the hormones, or both. All this world, there's just so much information all the time. Can't remember all of it. My brain only has so much capacity. This is dark and a big puddle. Oh, I'm going to get wet feet. Right, okay. Oh! Splosh. That's where the wellies would be better. Oh yeah, 1 foot feels a bit soggy. Okay. Gonna have to find new routes as the tides get higher to walk. Okay. I could carry on through the park and go out the way I came in, but I think it's too dark. Gonna have to go back to civilization and take a different route, which means hitting the streets for a bit. Which means going this way instead, I think. Oh, is that gate not going to let me in? Oh, there we go. Oh, it's dark. Oh, but you get pretty lights off the water when it gets dark. Spooky little paths. Spooky little paths. Callum, have I got much planned for Christmas? Not really. Reached a point in my life where there's me, my mum and the cats, and none of them know what day of the week it is, so I don't have to worry really about Christmas. I used to get excited about it, and now I can't really be arsed either, so I'm kind of like, I'll just work it because then other people get to have the time off with their families. So I'm probably doing the most shifts around Christmas time. Callum, same lol. What pets have you got, Callum? If any? So yeah, I'm kind of like, can I even be bothered to put the tree up this year? I've put it, I've seen it in the garage, and I was like, oh, maybe I won't bother, it's only for me. And then at work they've put all the decorations up and it does look pretty. So I was like, maybe I do. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Callum, just the one cat. You've got a cat? Cats are the best. What is your cat called and what colour fur are we talking? Callum, Christmas is overrated. Yeah. I think when I was a kid and the family was big and we'd get people come visit, it's nice then. But yeah, those numbers have dwindled, so it's a little bit now. Callum, Millie and Black. Your cat is called Millie and she's black, or he, or they. I'm guessing from Millie. Millie is a she cat. Black cats are very lucky. That'll be a good little protector for you. Millie the black cat. Female girly cat. Yeah, both my cats are girls. Queenie and Lulu, as I tend to say, although officially Luna. She was named by the rescue centre. So my Queenie, I think there's videos somewhere still on my channel. My Queenie is, I'm not even sure if there's any point showing you this. It's so dark now, this street. Oh my word, this little path is so dark. So my Queenie is kind of a tuxedo tabby, which is not a thing. Not a thing for the insurance categories. But she is your classic brown tabby everywhere other than her feet, which looks like she's got white socks, and her chest, where it looks like she's got a white bib. Yeah, it goes dark quick when you're out walking. It gets very dark very quickly when you're out walking. This is why I'm like, right, which exits to the park am I near as it starts to fall, because before you know it, it's very dark, but we're back to streetlights now. Coming out into the little village. This little street. Yeah, and then my other cat Luna, QQ and Lulu. Luna is a silver spotted tabby. So they're both tabbies. I said after my last tabby passed away, who I loved so much, she was a tabby. I was like, right, I won't have a tabby again because it'll be too near her. I'll get something else. And the universe laughed at me and said, no, you'll have these two because these are meant for you. Because you only sort of choose a cat, I think. Partly the universe chooses a cat for you and the cats choose you. And tabbies are supposed to be the best temperament, so. And they're my girls. Callum, yours is 12 now. Oh, that's good. It's good innings. My girls are probably 3 and 4 now. And my Lottie lived to the ripe old age of 19. Which is very old for a pussycat. Someone's got a disco dog over there. They put glow sticks on the door. Oh, blimey, 19, that's good. Yeah. So I didn't know how good I'd be as a cat mum. And when I adopted her from the rescue centre, they were like, cats tend to live to 7. This one's 6. No one wants her. She's been here 3 months. I was like, oh God. And apparently back then, that was kind of death row. So, and she was the loveliest and the most grateful. And, just the ripe old age. And everyone was entertained when she started to get a little bit rickety. And she used to love to sit in an armchair. And I got her these little dog steps so she could still climb into the armchair when she couldn't jump anymore. Callum can't stand animal abuse. Well, yeah, well no, it's just the natural lifespan is supposed to be an average of 7. But there was some rumour, I don't know how true it is, that the shelter would put them down if they'd been more than 3 months. Hence the whole like kind of death row comment, but other people dispute that for that shelter, so I don't know really what the truth is. I'm glad we rescued her and I gave her a home. She gave me a lot more years than 1 year. I thought even if I'm only giving her 1 good year, we'll see how we get on. And that'll be nice. And then she gave me all those years. That age of 19. So, okay. Hi, it's me. Crossing the road and stuff. You'd love a job where you rescue animals. Yeah, it would be nice. Generally volunteering though is a thing. You need a job that brings in the money to pay the bills and then do a bit of that on the side. So I did a bit of volunteering. Going to animal shelter. One time I did a lot of painting for them. Basically, that's what they want to do. Spent the day painting for them. That was the shelter where I got my Lottie from. Callum, that's a better view. Well, yeah, now there's no nature to look at because I'm just walking the streets now because of the dark. I suppose I might as well show my face. Oh. Hello, YouTube Collective. Thank you for joining me on my walk and for having a chat. I'm not sure about the view. I'm kind of covered in wool because it's still cold. Roll on, summer. Yeah, the view of the street is literally just headlights and traffic lights. That's about it now for the walk. So, Callum, yes, summer short skirts. That is it. People do talk about that, don't they? Like people walking around half naked. So people like the hot weather. Guys and girls, I think. They talk about seeing people wearing less clothes in the hot summer. It's true. Not so much me, because I'm always cold. Very rare with the short skirts. Depends on wearing all this now. All this. In fact, it stopped raining. Take my hoodie. Stop raining. Where's it closing? What do we think? I think maybe G-Regs for a cup of tea. I wonder if they've got soup today. It's always too late for soup usually. I looked out one day and got soup. Oh, people in the car. You're going to have to look at my face or it's just too intrusive on the other people in the cars. You may not want to be filmed. So it's my face instead. Traffic lights. Feel the need to do a bit of a dance in traffic lights and I'll put it in this. Still sort of walking a bit there. Aww. Thank you, Callum. Very nice of you to say that in the comments. I don't know what to say now. Compliments. Well, in my head. That's what the rain will do. Sorry, did that sound creepy? No, it's nice. It's nice. I used to shy away from compliments a lot more. Over the years, I've tried to learn to take one better. It's all driven by insecurity, struggling to take confidence. So the psychology says. Just don't know how to respond. That's why I'm looking away. No, it's nice. It's fine. I think it should be said. No. It's just how do I respond? Just makes me go a bit shy, I suppose. Sound better than complaining. Absolutely. Far too much complaining in this world. Absolutely. Oh my god, this guy had shorts. It surprises me when there's people that can wear shorts all year round. Like yesterday it was -2 degrees. Shorts. -2. Shorts. What? What's going on? Did he shop in another country? Who knows? Right, I'm just going to barge my way into traffic and hope they don't run me over. Thank you. Just passing there. There we go. Oh my god, there's a boat. Oh man, the city shopping in another country. He must have come from somewhere warm. No, I don't know actually. Some people just dress like it's warm all year round and don't feel the cold like me, I think. I've heard stand-up comedians make jokes about techie guys on like backstage wear shorts all year round. They're like, oh, we meet the AV guy and they've just got shorts on all year round. Like all AV guys. Why do they not feel the cold? Who really wears shorts now? I know, right? It's November, it's winter, it's nearly Christmas. but some people do wear shorts. That guy was wearing shorts. They were also urinating up against the wall, so I'm glad that the camera was on me instead of like the street scene at that point, but there we are. Such is life out in the wild. Right, made it to G-Regs. Time for a cup of tea. Gonna pause the stream, peeps. See you on the other side of getting a cup of tea. Back in a little bit. Not long. TTFN. And we're back. Hello. Oh. Maybe. Maybe not, maybe not. There we go. Oh, I didn't get a fork for my egg. Oh well. Just nip back in, I'll get it when I get home. Now the walk has become a cup of tea and a sit for a bit.
No, you do. When you feel, what happened when you feel for
Feel free to chat in the comments. Oh, there's something with my hair. It's a disaster. Rummaging in my bag. I took my gloves off. Okay. Put them in the bag. Now I can't find them. I found my big mittens and my little things. Found them. So they're cozy, but they also jab my earphones. Can't do that one.
Hello? Hello? Yeah, country bread. Yeah, Starbucks bread.
Should I settle back? Question. Yes, so it's much but people here. People here. Anyway. I might have to have my place while I just get away from the people. actually snowing. Alan, you were putting the air fryer on. What are you air frying? I have a little fryer that I don't use. Diet like chips, basically, without oil. So I got one with a view to doing that, and then I would either undercook them or cremate them in it. And then I gave up. Callum, you're doing sausage, chips and beans. You're doing a full meal in the air fryer. I've heard of people doing this magic that I can't do. I still use my proper cooker. How's the tea? It's like builder's tea. I should treat myself to a proper tea, but it's like double the price in Starbucks. I've been paid, big time. But Greg's is perfunctory tea, builder's tea. It's common or garden regular English breakfast tea with cow's milk, which is fine. It's warm and it's wet. But I like Earl Grey with oat milk if I can. But I think it's double the price in Starbucks. Plus, in Greg's they might have tomato soup, but it's such a rarity. It's like 5% of the time they might actually have tomato soup, which is double the warm, right? Albeit for I've got to look up what they call it on like healthy eating plan. It's trademarked, I think so. Callum, God please no, not tomato soup. Why don't you like tomato soup, Callum? What's wrong with tomato soup? It's like Heinz tomato soup in Greg's. I like it. That's some blur emojis. That's some big poorly emojis. Oh, I can flip it back to the street. People have stopped walking in front of me. There we go. This is where I'm actually walking again. Callum says beef vegetable soup. Well, yeah, I'm veggie, so I don't eat beef, but vegetable soup's nice too. But I like a tomato soup. It's very, yeah, I suppose it's common soup. You get it everywhere. I guess carrot and coriander's nice. Is that less common? Comment. Sorry, I just remember when I put that comment. What comment? I'm not sure. What? Carrot coriander. Yeah, I like carrot coriander. And squash soup is nice too. But yeah, if you don't like it, sorry, but I do like Heinz tomato soup. When I first started dieting, and I had like a cupboard full of cans of Heinz tomato soup, and I had to give them up because they were 15 points at the time. And then they scaled it back, so it's only 4 points now. Bam. They don't say points. So something really less, but I think they're trademarked. So. Tomato soup should be illegal. Why? I mean, they say tomatoes are part of the deadly nightshade family. So it's kind of like you're moderately, very low grade, 0.01% poisoning yourself each time you eat tomatoes. But I do like them. I like a beef tomato. I like a beef tomato chopped up and salt and pepper and balsamic vinegar on it. Salad without leaves. Salad that's pretty much just leaves should be illegal, so it's not salad. For what it's worth. Surprised you don't even sound tired after all the miles. Yeah, I try to do this every day just to keep the weight off while I'm coming back. But it doesn't, I don't have the time to do it every day. I try and get in a bit of a walk each day. I wonder how many miles it is now. The weather in the dark doesn't help. At some points with the better weather, I've got it up to 15 miles in a day, which is pretty awesome. I could do that every day. Can't wait. Callum, plus your job, busy life. Yeah, that was partly when I had to get another job, why I went for that one. It's also a nice place to work. I used to like hanging out there anyway. But yeah, being on my feet a bit with it is like I do a bit of walking at work, which is nice. So I can do 6 or 7 miles in a shift. Just around the building, carrying stuff back and forth. Plates to and from tables. Do I drive? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Been driving since I was 17, I guess. How many cars do I have at the time? A few. My very first car was family hand-me-down that was a year younger than me and had a manual choker. Something you don't really see much these days. That's another bit of a dad memory. It looks somewhere between white and brown. And then we spent about 2 or 3 days just making little circles with teacup and revealing the paint underneath, which was baked bean orange. Was in the end fake being orange. Callum, I had my first car, a total write-off. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. I've only had one car written off, and that was because of a freak storm. So it battered my car to an insurance write-off of death. Golf ball sized hailstones. So that was fun. No, I try and be careful with my driving. On the younger days in the trying silly. Yeah. I remember they said when you pass the test, don't drive home because you'll be too like overactive. drive the day you pass your test. And one lad in my school drove the day they passed their test, and they rolled their car into a ditch. So obviously no one gave them that advice. They probably were that level of hyperactive having passed the test, and they rolled their car into a ditch. And I remember later asking them about it, and they were like, I think they said something about like the shock. They were kind of hanging upside down in the car as it dawned on them what they'd done. And then they had this moment of panic where all the movies flash before their kind of mind's eye of like, it might explode as they crashed it. And then they had this like, roused themselves and scrambled out of the car and ran to the other side of the road. Well, they're still processing what's happened. And I was like, oh my God, that must have been traumatic. But we were laughing by the time it was done. But when you're young and you first pass the test, and it's when you make mistakes. The more like anything, I suppose, the more experience, the better you get. Down and blind when you rolled it. Yeah. We used to have this, so because it's all countryside, the school I went to had like this little back farmer's track driveway out of it. Quite a long drive out the back. And it had this little ditch down the side of that track, so he must have veered off the road a little bit, not kept it in the middle of the track so well, and he went in the ditch. But yeah, it was ages after. You know what school's like, everyone talks about these things. It was ages after that. We finally discussed it. We told that story. It just stays with me, the image of like rousing yourself, that you're hanging upside down, and then the idea of panicking and having to like free yourself and sprint away from it in case the car explodes. Can't have been a fun day. But there were other rumours at school. Not all of them, I'm sure, were true. I remember hearing gossip about me, and sometimes, and I was like, well, that's not true. You wonder where some of these things start. Fanciful stories people make up. Or whether it's just Chinese whispers, it starts with something true and minor, and it just builds. Alan, if I ever cook for a lady, good luck to them. Well, you've mastered the air fryer from what you said earlier, more than me. Can't be doing with that thing. Everyone's gone mad for them and I can't be doing with it. Stick to my hob and my oven. I do my veggie sausages on my George Foreman grill now. That feels like progress. If you can cook anything in an air fryer, then you're doing better than me with an air fryer. It sounded like you were cooking an entire meal in an air fryer. So. Well, the sausage is a bit too brown. Well, that was the thing with the corn sausages in the oven. There was like a very narrow window of opportunity where there would be a nice golden brown. And they would very quickly turn cremated. So, and the George Foreman, I can stick them on that for half an hour. And then and they're perfect. Perfectly done. But then when I've got the Aldi ones, the Aldi veggie sausages are free of points on the whole Slimming Club. Whereas Corn ones are points, but low points. The Aldi ones are free, but they cook in like half the time. So when I first did them, I promoted them. George Foreman. So I don't know what they're made of. Something in theory healthier. The Slimming Club. They cook in half the time, almost no time. Which is a bit weird. Because I'll tend to spend like 45 minutes boiling potatoes to make mash. So to have veggie sausages done in like 15 minutes. It was a bit quick at first. But yeah, the Aldi veggie sausages just kind of go, they don't really go like a golden brown. They just kind of get black lines on them and cook. Whereas the Corn ones do go a nice golden brown. I might vary my veg for them. Get a bit bored of plain mash. Don't know whether to stick red onion in it or spring onion or cabbage. Need more veg and I need to spice it up. So it's got to be a veg mash combo. Either cold cabbage, shampoo, whatever the other one's called with the other veg. I suppose cabbage is the healthiest. I don't like eating cabbage on its own. So it might have to be a cabbage. The mash combo. Anyway, just chatting about food. Right. Let's go for them. Red cabbage you love. Now then. Tell me how to cook that, because I've bought it a couple of times at Christmas. It's when I've seen it in the shops. And if you boil it, it goes purple or blue. So I hear you're supposed to like fry it. But I'm so used to boiling cabbage. Well, boiling veg generally. So I'm like, how do you get it soft and fry it? You can't, right? Fried. It just burns if I try and fry it. How do you? I suppose you do it in the air fryer that I can't use, do you? You're always with the air fryer that I can't use. Like the rest of the world seems to be good with the air fryer these days. I can't even make chips. I tried a few times and gave up. The air fryer now lives in the cupboard, completely unused. Occasionally at Slimming Club, everyone raves about how great the air fryer is, and I go, yeah, good for you. sit there and start to zone out. And that's that device in my kitchen that I can't use. I suppose I've not had to either though. I guess if my oven broke, I'd have to learn to use it. But let's not wish that on anyone. I like my proper hob. Canned fry, you boil it. You boil red cabbage, so does it turn blue though? Or purple? I think when I've tried to boil it, it's just turned purple. Makes me think of the whole Bridget Jones's Diary where she makes the blue soup. Sounds like a weird colour, purpley blue. When I've boiled red cabbage. And then I'm like, I can't serve that for Christmas dinner, it looks weird. Unless you buy it like kind of ready done in the microwave pots, but then it's like really sweet. Whatever gunk they put in it. It's too sugary sweet. Thanks. I'm air fryer stupid. I'm not stupid in all walks of life. But I am air fryer debilitated? I don't know. Air fryer incapable. Pea soup is nice. Yeah, pea soup is nice. They used to do, so the Diet Club do some branded foods in Iceland. And they used to do a pea soup that I loved. Ready done, just in the freezer, and you could just microwave it. It's like handy. And then they, pea and mint. And they stuck ham in it, so I can't have that anymore. Done by them anyway. I think I made my own pea soup for a while. But I did one time make it and it went everywhere. When I blended it, it just literally just went everywhere. But like something out of Exorcist. It's like, is it a Dumb and Dumber the movie where he's freaking out because there's like chocolate smeared all over the walls and everything? He's like, it's all over the walls! It's like the last time I tried making pea soup at home. Basically, it was all over the walls, all over the cooker, all over the worktop, all over the floor, all over the ceiling. Literally just went there. Two people, eh? Thanks again. No, I haven't. But the nettles have been growing at the bottom of my garden. Put chicken salt on them, just trying to stop them. They come back every summer. Little swines. So I have a crop. So if you feel like sharing a nettle soup recipe in the comments, then I could probably eat them rather than trying to kill them with salt. You love nettle. We would get on. Cool. No, I've not tried nettle soup. I have heard it's a thing. I'd like to try it. Is it supposed to, like, I suppose by the time you boiled it and cooked it, it doesn't stick? Or is it supposed to sting a bit like hot food? When you eat it, you eat cows. What is that really nice? Nettles. There are teeth in them. Nettles. a shame. Skipping this is good. That's the comment. Or if you get really sick, just eat snails like the French. Yeah, I'm vegetarian, so I'll use that one to not have to eat snails. And also there's food in the house, so I don't have to resort to finding snails in the garden trying. But it is, I think it's a delicacy. Fair. Here's a weird food difference between the UK and France. So I think I've had calamari in France. I liked it. I've never liked it in the UK. I see it at work. People eat it like it's covered in all the frying and the breadcrumbs and stuff. Whereas when I had it in France, it was just the fish, which was alright. You can have it if it's just the fish. I don't like it when it's like fried and covered in stuff. Question in the chat, Callum, if you don't mind me asking, how much is earpiece? Earpiece? Oh, what the my Skull Candy headphones. I think I got them a year or two ago. Offer from the whole McDonald's Monopoly game thing. Got them. I still had to pay something, but they were discounted. I think I got Skull Candy headphones in TK Maxx. I kind of like that brand. I've got two other sets, but these ones are the newest. I seem to pick up the voice better when I'm in the spring. So I go with these ones. Unless they're flat, and then I pull out my older Bluetooth headphones. Nice to me, my earrings. They're just very old, God knows. Yeah, TK Maxx is good. TK Maxx is good. I had a phase 10 or 15 years ago where I'd go hunting for those. Sometimes it's nice to get quirky bits with certain brands. But as budgets change over the years, I don't mind wearing Aldi or Primark at all. It's perfunctory and the quality's good enough. So that's good. Oh, Asda? Not Asda, Asda. Oh no, I did get a fur coat from someone else. Oh, I've just noticed the YouTube reset the clock again. I wonder why it does that. Right, speaking of shops, I'm getting near to getting into Aldi, so I might have to go for some groceries. Callum, should have been a woman I could spend all day in TK. Yeah. TK Maxx will do that to you. Rummaging through stuff, looking for little gems in amongst piles of stuff. Yeah, I understand. But it's good fun. Right, let's try and take my mitten off. I can see shopping are short. Because I think I'm going to do some grocery shopping and then walk home and then call it a day. I might walk in today. Let's see what, flip the camera. God, it's wet. Right, let's see what it says. Oh, 25,000 steps. How many miles? 11 miles today. That's not bad given the rain. Oh, right, nearly at the shop. We never found out what did this from earlier. Got for his mum from the shop. I presume he ended up having to. He couldn't end up coming back on. Take care, find the red cabbage. I'll have a look. I'll have a look for red cabbage. And even if it goes blue, I'll put it in with my mash. Thank you very much for joining me on my walk today. It's been a pleasure to have a chat. And I shall see you next time. Bye bye bye. Thank you. Have a nice evening. Bye.